Well, greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower channel. I am your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower coming to you live from an undisclosed location deep in the American heartland. Yes, we're under the radar, but always over the top. And today will be no exception. The home of the happy contrarians. Welcome, each and every one of you. And today we're going to talk about the power of transmutation and how to do it. It's going to be strong. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be a great, great show talking about how we view spiritual warfare, talking about how we view energetic attacks, talking about how we normally respond to them and the inadequacies of that response. This is really new revelation. I did it a few months ago, but of course, we've exploded since then. So we're going to bring it back for part 2 and showing that there's a better way and a powerful way and where to where we will actually be happy and thankful for the opposition that we receive. I think we'll uncover one of the reasons why one of the diamonds within the first century scriptures is to be happy for those that oppose you and despitefully use you. Diamonds here, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. So you want to sit down, you want to clear your mind, you want to try to get rid of old paradigms, and you'll want to try to be able to let yourself go where the text takes you. Because remember, the text doesn't care what you've been taught. The text doesn't care what you believe. And the text doesn't care what you feel. It just is, ladies and gentlemen. It just is. And in this world today, and it seems like over the past few weeks, even more so, at least in my life and in the lives of many people that I've talked about, many people I've talked to, there seems to be some really weird energy swirling around these days. There seems to be something in the water, something in the air, and there probably is. But it seems like more opposition's coming out. It seems like people are getting crazier and crazier. And even people that you thought were not against you are turning up being against you. And that can do a couple of things to you. It can cause you to be depressed. It can cause you to be worried. It can cause you to get off focus. Or if you're really tuned in to what's going on, it is a reason for happiness, celebration, and it's also a way for you to know that you're on the right track. I was in the U.S. Air Force flight crew, and when you get close to your target, if you're delivering a payload or anything of that nature, they'll start shooting what they call flak at you. So when you're over the target and you know that you're going to get flak, ergo, if you're getting flak, you know that you're over the target. And of course, one of the diamonds of the first century scripture is that beware when all men speak well of you. Beware when everybody loves you. Beware when everybody says how good you are. Beware when when people say how great you are, when everyone says how great you are. So if you're supposed to beware when everyone speaks well of you, well then, when a lot of people are not speaking well of you, you should rejoice, right? Because that's the kind of world that we live in. Remember, truth goes through 3 distinct phases. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. And then third, it gets accepted as undeniable truth. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. And personally, I'm taking a lot of flack, but hey, I understand that. You're not much of a cowboy if you're not taking some arrows. And that's okay. And taking arrows is exactly what we want to talk about today. That's the perfect analogy. So glad that I used it. But we are facing an onslaught today. as I read through my personal notes, we are facing an onslaught of unbalanced, energetic attacks. We are facing an onslaught of unbalanced energy today, and not just from people. And this is interesting, and every now and then I'll comment, the Bible's not for me, but it is for others. My truth is not theirs. The Bible is for others if the others wish to be slaves. The Bible is for others if others don't wish to take complete personal responsibility. The Bible is for others as long as they don't want to be divine, sovereign, or free. Personally, I don't think the Bible's for anyone except as a book that shows how the enemy is going to try to defeat us. My job isn't to make the decision for them. My job is to let them know. And I am here to let them know that the Bible is less than 1% diamond. I'm here to let them know that the Bible is there to enslave them, entrap them, to fill them with viruses so fully that they may not be able to get out of it, and to show them reasons for that and let them decide for themselves. So we face an onslaught of unbalanced energy today, and our mindset has always been in the face of an onslaught of energy or demons or whatever you want to call it, archons. Somebody said archons. That was a good lead in. Our idea has always been an idea of shielding. And I have in the past used and advocated the 12D shield. 12D shield works, but there's a problem with the 12D shield as there is with all other types of shielding. But really the problem's in the mentality. The mentality is I'm being attacked. Let me shield myself. Let me fortress myself. And Karen Carpenter just hit the nail on the head. Shielding comes from a place of fear. I'm afraid of what's coming at me, so let me shield myself. I'm afraid of what's coming at me, so let me bunker myself, bunker mentality. I'm afraid, I'm disturbed by what's coming at me, so let me put up walls. Let me tell you something about shielding. And someone asked earlier if anyone was a shaman or knew anything about it. I have done a lot of work in a shielded place. Oh, Karen Carpenter's on fire. In fuego for our Spanish listeners. If you build shields, shields become limitations for you. You can't grow but a certain amount because you're in a shield. You're like a guppy in a tank. You're only going to get it. Well, those sharks, you can put a shark in a tank and only get as big as that tank. You'll never get bigger than your shields. That's really, really good. Now, what was I talking about? Doggone it. We're talking about shielding. We're talking about, I lost my train of thought, but that's a really good point. Our mindset's always been on shielding. Oh, shaman. What people don't know is that shielding is a shamanic technique. And what many people also don't know is that shielding is meant to be temporary. Shielding is meant to cover your identity and your presence long enough to get you to where you want to go so you can do what you want to do. You shield yourself, you go to a place astrally, spiritually that you want to go, then you unshield and you do your work. Shields are not meant to be long-term because they're not effective long-term. But I understand like Lisa Renee's 12D shield, love it, powerful. It's a great, and I don't want to say baby step, it's a great initial step. It gets you the understanding of spiritual power. It gets you the understanding of shielding. It gets you the understanding of how to be empowered. It gets you the understanding of taking responsibility and moving out. But I'll bet Lisa Renee, and you're welcome to come on anytime that you finish with your sabbatical and we give you great energy. I'll bet that she would say, yeah, you're right. I bet she would agree with that, at least in a private conversation. But shielding is only meant to be temporary, and shielding is not meant to be long-term. And that's why it won't work long-term, because the energy required to maintain shielding, effective shielding, is tremendous. You just can't maintain shielding on a long-term basis, nor should you try. Shielding works great for what shielding works great for. Prevent yourself from being detected till you can get where you are going to do what you do. Works great for that. Use it myself. Will continue to use it myself. But shielding is not an effective means of spiritual protection because it's fear-based, it's limiting, and it's just not possible to maintain it on a long-term basis. So what do we do, Jeff? You know that we're undergoing spiritual attack. You're undergoing spiritual attack, Jeff. You know this. Yes, but I'm your happy contrarian, and I'm 10 feet tall and bulletproof, so don't worry about me. But yes, we are under spiritual attack. We are being attacked by things like hate, things like fear, things like jealousy, things that are just very strong negative energies. So shielding is ineffective. I've told you why shielding is ineffective. And you know what shielding really goes back to, why people think it's so good? It goes back to Paul's deception within the Bible. Put on the whole armor of God. Everybody shut up. Rocky Stucci's in the room. Put on the whole armor of God. Put on the helmet of salvation and the shield of faith, and gird your loins with truth. Shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel. Take up the sword of the Spirit. Take up the shield of faith. What have I forgotten? Gird your loins about with the truth. Put on the breastplate of righteousness, so you might be able to withstand the fiery darts. Oh, there's that fiery arrow again. Put up the fiery dart. You can withstand the fiery darts of the enemy. Do you remember the only place in Scripture where someone actually armored up in the face of an enemy? What happened? I don't think this was a real story. But King David, before he was King David, when he went up against Goliath, Saul said, hey, put my armor on you. Just like the church is telling you, put your armor on. Just like a lot of well-meaning individuals saying, put up your shield. What did David do when he put on that armor? It was too big. It was too bulky. It was too restrictive. David took that armor off. He just threw it off. And then what did he do? He went and he defeated the giant. You don't need the full armor of a lesser god. You don't need shields unless you're doing shamanic work, because that's what they're for, and they don't work long term. And you have graphic reminders of that. So what do we need to do? We need to move from a mindset of shielding to a mindset of transmutation. And I don't care what you use to shield yourself. I encourage you to consider moving away from that mindset. And I know a lot of people use a lot of things for shielding. And ask yourself, is that in some way putting your trust in outside things outside of you? Just a question. Ponder it. Think about it. Consider it. Well, I use this for shielding and that for shielding. Okay. Are you outsourcing your protection? You know, hiring security is one thing, but if you're going to hire security and put your life in their hands, you better hire the right security. When you got Secret Service agents saying they won't take a bullet for the president, it doesn't matter how many Secret Service agents you have. If they won't take a bullet for you, they're ineffective. Think about that with the things you use for shielding, and consider to listen to what I'm saying here. Turn it from a defensive mindset, which is what shielding is, a fear mindset, into an offensive power mindset. Shift your thinking from shielding into that of transmutation. Jeff, what in the world are you talking about? I'm talking about turning your fear into an advantage. You know, it's not said anywhere in Scripture, but it's true. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people that hate you. There's always going to be people throwing bad energy your way. You can count on that. And you can turn that into an advantage. You can turn that into an advantage. You can use them. You know, I always say this, and I didn't really know why I said it. I said it just because it was funny and flippant, that I want you to do two things. I want you to either love me or hate me, one or the other. And as I go through this, I realize if you love me, I can make use of that love energy. And for those of you that love me, thank you, and I love you back. Those of you that hate me, I can use that energy. So those of you that hate me, I hate you. No. Those of you that hate me, thank you, but I won't hate you back. And here's why I won't hate you back. Because when you hate me, when you loathe me, when you violently oppose me, when you ridicule me, I can use that energy. But I won't hate you back because then I'm giving you my energy that you could use. I won't ridicule you back because then I'm giving you my energy that you could use. I won't violently oppose you because then I'm giving you my energy for you to use. Jeff, what are you talking about? Remember, you're not much of a cowboy if you're not taking arrows. Remember, extinguishing the fiery darts of the enemy. When someone hates me, powerful energy. When someone loves me, powerful energy. When someone's indifferent towards me, there's nothing to use. There's nothing to use. So this isn't the point of the show, but here's a really good point. When someone hates you, when someone resists you, when someone is battling you, the best thing you can do is be indifferent towards them. Because if you hate them, you worry about them, you go, that energy goes out. And if they know what they're doing, if they're a resourceful magician, they can use your energy. And maybe that's why they're attacking you in the first place. This is revelation coming to me right now. Maybe they attack because they're out of juice. Maybe they attack because they're out of energy. Maybe they attack because they know they're failing, fading, and fast. Maybe that's why they launch attack, hoping to provoke counterattack. Because energy of hate is super strong. Hate energy, powerful. Revenge energy, powerful. Man, hate, finger licking good. Revenge, finger licking good. Indifference, you can't do anything with indifference. It doesn't empower you. It drains you. There's nothing there. Indifference, not finger licking good. So when people come at you and attack, respond with indifference. When people come at you with hate, respond with indifference. You're disempowering them. That's why the Bible says, if someone's coming at you, heap burning coals on their head, because they want to keep the fight going. So if someone's coming at you with hate, jealousy, revenge, give them indifference back. They won't be able to do anything with it. But when people come at you with hate, very strong energy. It's a flaming arrow. Brother Fudden-Duddy shoots a flaming arrow at me. Here it comes. I catch it. I got Brother Fudden-Duddy's flaming arrow in my hands. Energy. I take and I blow it out. I remove the hate charge on that energy, but energy's energy. Energy's energy. An arrow's an arrow. The arrow is only an arrow of hate because Fudden-Duddy put hate on that arrow. I remove the charge of hate on that arrow. And I take the power that arrow represents, the power that arrow is, boom, I transmute it. And I use it for me and direct it towards my goals, my mission, my work. So Fudden-Duddy shoots an arrow at me, hate, revenge, making fun of, talking down, ridiculing, lying, not L-I-O-N, but L-Y-I-N-G energy. Whew, that's strong energy. Because think of what you have to be creating to create a lie. Strong energy. So when they shoot those arrows at you that are flaming, you catch them, Okay, I got the arrow. You're aware of it. You're not shielded up, letting the arrow pink, 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 pink. It's not Iron Dome like Israel. That's one way to do it. I just don't think it's the best way to do it. And thanks to Rocky for showing me the truth on that. Let those arrows, you don't want those arrows bouncing off because the shield won't last that long. Let the arrows come in. Catch them. Grab hold of that energy. Don't let it go. It's valuable. Transmute the hate. Take the hate off of it. Energy is not hate energy. It's energy that's just tinted by hate because that's their intention. Remove their intention. Be a wizard. Be an alchemist. Be divine. Be sovereign. Be free. I would do that, and I still do that in my head. Okay, here comes that hate. I'm blowing out the hate, and I'm taking that energy, put it in my quiver, just like, boom. It's mine. And I'll take another step just in case. I'll go ahead and blow out that hate. And I see the black. I see the I'm going to get you. I see that just go out in that darkness. So thank you for hating me. Thank you for talking bad about me. And thank you for doing it publicly because that's even stronger. Thank you very much. Because you know what? That's finger licking good. And I like it. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Because I need strength. I got a lot of strength, but I could use some more. And if you want to give me yours, I will take it, I will store it, and I will use it to change the world. Thank you very much for hating me. Thank you very much for judging me. Thank you very much for reviling me. Thank you very much for making fun of me. Please keep doing it, and please do it publicly because I need all the energy I can get, and that's grade A, U.S. prime, melt in your mouth, super duper Delmonico ribeye, delicious. I'll take it with a fine Chianti. Keep it coming, cousins. You see how the whole mindset changes? Oh, I'm so scared. They're talking bad about me. Let me shield myself. To, I'm your Huckleberry. Say when. That's just my game. I'm in my prime. It's a complete change of mindset. It's a complete transmutation of not only the energy coming at you, but the energy that you are and the energy coming out of you. When I say I'm 10 feet tall and bulletproof, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm building up my own energy. And I'm serious about this. Ladies, you know, you walk past a construction site and men are leering at you. Lust, strong energy. Just keep walking the way you walk. Just keep doing what you do. Just take your milkshake past that yard. Take in those arrows. Blow them out. Put them in your quiver. Ooh. Strong, strong energy. And keep on going. Right? If you're black and you walk through a place and white people are making fun of you, if you're white and you're walking through a place where black people are making fun of you, just keep on doing what you do. Keep on going how you go. Keep on rolling how you roll. Take all that energy. Ooh, yeah. Take it and use it. That's the advanced way, ladies and gentlemen. Not all of you are going to be able to handle this, but Delaney, she can handle it. Eat negative energy and transmute it into divine sovereignty. I had to switch those last two, Delaney, but you got it. You know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? You remember the first Rocky and Mickey, the trainer? I need a drink so I can do this. Remember Rocky was like, well, you know, yo, man, Apollo Creed, he's very, very mean guy. I mean, Apollo Creed gonna punch, and Mick, I don't know what to do. And Mick says, yeah, see Cynthia at the gas station. Mick says, you're going to eat lightning and crap thunder. That's you. Let their lightning come at you. You're going to eat it. And you're going to crap thunder. You're going to put out your own power. That's what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way to do it. You can't stop haters from hating, and you don't even want to. You can't stop jealousy from coming your way. You can't stop envy from coming your way. You can't stop people blaming you for their own mistakes. You can't stop panic people lashing out on their way down. You can't stop that, and you don't even want to. Transmute. Transmute. Don't shield. Don't shield. Transmute. Now, every now and then you get something that comes into your mind. You're like, should I say this or should I let it go? You know what I'm going to do. Why do I even act like I'm having a mental conundrum? Rocky knows I'm going to say it. I have the right to remain silent, but I often lack the ability. If you shield yourself from negative attacks, the negative attacks will bounce off for a little while, but maybe one of those arrows will bounce back and they'll reuse it. If you shield yourself, your shield's going to break down and they'll continue to be able to pummel you, and you'll continue to be afraid and you'll continue to slink. But if you learn to transmute the power, the only person attacking you is doing it out of ill motives. And may I say that if you get better at transmuting, if we all get better at transmuting, let the haters hate. Let them hate themselves right out of the game. Let them revile themselves right out of the game. Let them jealous themselves right out of the game, because they will use all their energy up hating us, and we'll just transmute it and use it, and we will grow strong, and they will, I'm melting. And there'll be nothing left but an empty energetic chair for somebody with some energetic worth to fill. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. That right there will change your life if you let it. You're divine. You're sovereign. You're free. Transmute. Catch. Extinguish. Remove the intention. Be a sword swallower. You know how they do at the fair? Thank you very much. May I have another? That's what the anointed do. That's what the consecrated do. That's what those in the flow do. That's why we say, come at me, bro. I'm divine. I'm sovereign. I'm free. Come at me, bro. I'll use that energy to get busy.